my technical accomplishment of this year, I figured out how to change any document to a PDF.
Oh, snap!
That's it. Congrats.
Excuse the hell out of
So,
me.
and I'm going to tell you something, and believe me, I, as you can see, I tell anybody that'll listen, I can do that.
Great.
Into a PDF.
Is that your opening line?
Is it on your
No.
LinkedIn now?
Yeah.
Congratulations, dumbass! You figured out.
Okay, let's just start.
Yeah, I mean, this should
This should have been the interview already. Okay.
We have some really good ones down here.
Oh yeah, the
so
pictures.
me.
Okay, so this is us reenacting.
Oh.
the scene.
Oh, yes.
Oh, I love it.
We all have little velveteen outfits.
Yeah,
Oh,
we had
wow.
Velvet.
Oh, in sequence.
I love
yeah,
it.
we did velvet
What?
and sequins across the
Yes.
board. Let's
Yeah.
see. Oh, here's us looking kind of normal. No,
No,
we're
no,
always.
That's the normal way.
That's normal.
This is us just trying to hold it together.
Oh yeah! Oh my God! It's a
That
total
feels
love
familiar.
fest.
Oh, that's so.
Here we go on the Festival Daily Buzz, recording out of Treasure Mountain Inn at the top of Main Street on Park City. My name is John Wildman. I'm the editor-in-chief of FilmsGoneWild.com. Here with the Bitch Talk team, Angela Tabora and Erin Lim. And on this segment, we're going to talk about the Slam Dance, or screening of Slam Dance, the episodic Who's Annie? We have with us the director, co-writer, and also in the cast, Sophia Peer, and also the star, Annie Pisapia. Welcome, both of you.
Thank you.
Thanks for
having
having
us.
All right, we start this off by having you introduce us, and especially introduce us to this world. Sophia, tell our audience about this film is about, or what the series is about.
Okay, well, it's a 30-minute scripted comedy series. Some people are kind of confused about what's real and what's not real, but it's about and starring Annie. Annie and I met in a Burger King in Queens, and we had a really good talk and immediately connected, and I decided that I wanted to make a show entirely about her. She had told me that she had just started her acting career like 4 months before I met you, something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
So it was really early on, and I just thought to myself, like, she was only getting cast in, like, sort of random student films or, like, background roles, and I was like, this woman should be front and center. And I loved her story, like, you know, how she came to be an actor, you know, starting in her mid-50s, something like that, you know. I was just like, okay, let's give her all the roles that she's trying to get. And let's have her tell her story. And how do we do that? With a show within a show. So that's how it all began.
Well, we already know this from meeting you twice now, but I feel like Annie is kind of an open book. So can you talk about filming this, helping to create this, and also were there things where you're like, I'm not going to talk about that. I don't want to go there.
Yes. There were things that I said, you know what, I'm not going to talk about this, I'm not going to go there, and I did. It's not easy. I did. You know, the bond. We know each other a bunch of years now. We worked on this for like 6 years, and it's, you know, a layer of an onion when you meet somebody and you talk about it a little bit, and then you have that trust, and that's how I felt with her. And I really have told her things I haven't told anybody. And not that they're like, you know, like these grave, like insane things, but just within our own selves, we think that they're bad. You know, we're as sick as our own secrets, really. You know what I mean? We think that they're bad things, and when you tell them to somebody else, they go, "Oh, please, I know 3 people that did the same thing. So what are you worried about?" You know what I mean? Stuff like that. So it's been enlightening, enriching. It's just so good. Like my message, like my thing is, no matter what you go through in life, no matter what it is, you can get past it if you want to. And it's not easy. It's not easy. There's work involved, but you reap the rewards, and that's one of the things that I like to portray in the scenes. It's not even portray because it's me in real life, you know what I mean? But to have the Who's Annie character show that people that see it that say, you know what, Jesus, she was really messed up, huh? You know what I mean? Like, she went through a lot. Well, look at her now. And it even says in the show, look at me now. I'm literally on a film. I'm on TV. Mm-hmm. So anybody can do it if you just put whatever it is, you put your mind to getting up off the floor.
You hear that positivity? I mean, like, it's like I met her and I was just like, okay, I need this. Like, she was just really encouraging and inspiring, and you know, she's got this big personality and she's just so magnetic, and I just, you know, she tells great stories, and they're all straight from the heart, and they're just, you know, hard hitting, amazing stories. And yeah, I felt like kind of, you know, bad about my career at the time when we met. I was going through like a breakup, it was whatever, and like money and blah blah blah, and I was doing like the shittiest directing jobs. I was just like doing a nail art Thanksgiving themed video for like, I mean, please laugh, please.
I would watch it though. I would watch
Oh,
this.
It's like you
yes,
picked
but
nouns out of a
just
bag
saying,
and nail
you
art,
know,
Thanksgiving.
and I like fucked up a nail art video, a Thanksgiving nail art video.
No,
Do you know what I mean? So I was feeling really bad, and then like, you know, my boyfriend left me for some woman that we made a music video for,
Oh,
and I was
God.
just
I
like,
didn't know that.
yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. And so like I meet Annie, and I'm like, you know, fuck this, I'm just gonna get back on the horse, I'm gonna make more work, whatever, you know. And I like put up this Craigslist casting call for something else. I meet Annie, and she's just telling me about all this stuff that's happened to her that's been very heavy, and many years of it. And I'm like, fuck this breakup, you know, fuck this nail art video, you know. It's just, I was just like, and I just felt like both of our goals could be achieved if we combined forces, you know. I saw opportunity in her, she saw opportunity in me, and we like kind of fell in love.
Right.
We immediately put on like Burger King crowns and took a selfie.
There's a picture. I texted
that
her last
happened-
night.
Am
Yes.
I wrong? It was in like the first minute. I was like, "Hi, how are you?" And then all of a sudden, it was like, "Ching," you know, like.
I have the photo because I texted to her last night. I was
She
laying in
did,
bed.
yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, I got the show. Because I've sent it back and forth through the years because it's just the moment.
It is.
You
It's
can
the
see
moment.
how long ago because look how short my
Oh,
hair is.
it's so cute. If Burger King does not pick up this episodic,
Yeah.
you know, they need to go
should be
down.
funding.
Yeah.
Look how cute, how young we look and cute.
I love this partnership. It's like palpable how much you love each other. But I have to quote the press notes because it made me laugh out loud. I don't know, Annie, if you know this, but Sophia calls you a real life Joe Pesci character. Total wild card, mildly threatening, and hilarious. So is that a fair assessment?
To be honest with you, I think yeah. You know, I like to laugh. I like to laugh, and the thing is in life, you know what? You can find levity in almost anything. I don't, laugh at sorrow or anything like that, and I never ever point a finger to laugh at anybody else. I don't. My life has enough catastrophe, calamity, and insanity that I could just go on and on and on. So I can laugh at myself. Why not? It's better than crying. It's better than crying. Shit happens in life. What are you gonna do? You know what I mean? But do I think that I'm like Joe Pesci's hysterical. Joe Pesci is so funny, and I'll tell you, I saw him in he's doing a film with Pete Davidson, and I saw them on set, and again I was working background, and I was but very close to them. They're just such a funny guy, and I thought to myself, if she's gonna compare me to him, let's do it. You know what I mean? I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled.
There was in the beginning, I did feel like if I crossed Annie, I wasn't sure what would happen. You know what I mean? And I love that about her. You know what I mean?
I talk a lot of shit. I talk a lot of shit. I do. What? You gotta be kidding. You know what I mean? All that.
Yeah.
But please.
And I mean, I just thought it just would add to it. You know what I mean? Because she's so loving too, and sweet and generous.
Thank you.
But
Oh
then
my
there's
God.
this
Thank you.
don't fuck with Annie. You know what I mean?
Sometimes we'll watch something, and you're enjoying it, but then a moment happens, and you go, "Oh, holy shit! No, I'm not just enjoying it. This is freaking awesome. This is amazing." And that's what happened watching
Thank you.
your short here. And here's and I have to say this also. Annie may have included my favorite mime moment since Mel Brooks and Marcel.
Wow, that's huge.
So I will say that. But and there's a question after all this praise.
Thank you.
But and the question.
Oh no, you can go on.
And well, the question is, when you do a project like this, that is just a hilarious, weird-ass universe that you're creating that you don't know what's real and what's not, but there's just batshit stuff going on all around.
Right.
As you're the writer and director, you're doing what I call filling the frame. Because it's not just what we're seeing right in front of us. There's stuff in the corner of the scene that you go, did I actually see? Did this actually happen? What was that? And when you nail it, it is the best thing in the entire world, and it's also really difficult because you got to keep track of all this, and you're also in the damn thing. So you're not just in Video Village watching a screen and go, oh, have Joe do this, or oh, have Annie do this, kind of thing. So talk about the challenge of that. Of being in it, and yet also creating a whole universe of nutso shit around you.
I mean, okay, I have to say, I think I am crazy. Like, I think I am crazy. I'm just coming up with this challenge for myself. Annie has seen it. Like, it's just like, it takes a lot out of me. But I get, like, this really hyper focus, and it doesn't matter. Like, I forget to, like, eat and sleep and whatever. I just have to be, like, in it. And it's challenging, but actually, it's like easier than the nail art video because I'm like, I don't know why I'm talking about that one.
I
so
love
much.
it.
No,
I love it.
Full circle.
Now it's a
Tell
must
me
see.
more.
So
Yes.
Sophia, you've done
Where
that.
can I find this?
Oh my god. Yeah, but all I'm saying is like it's easier because I feel like I'm being completely myself. Like I'm like going to the furthest level that I want to. Like nobody's saying to me like, tone it down, pull it back, like, oh, that's too much or whatever, because I'm calling the shots there, you know what I mean? And I get to do that. So that is easier. And also, when you work with amazing talent, it's so much easier. I mean, Annie on camera, doing anything, saying anything. I want to, like, capture every moment. We were watching a screening with her yesterday, and she's just, the way she's laughing, the things she's saying during the movie, like, her, like, little whispers. I wanted all of that on film. Like, I want... Anyway, so yeah, it's definitely hard. And, I didn't set out to be an actor. Like, I'm not an actor. I'm not trained in any way. And I don't actually think that matters. But I'm saying I don't think that that's, I didn't really think of this show as like, oh, and I'll act in it too. I just was making a show
came
about
around
Annie
that way. It
and
just
cast someone
evolved.
to play me. Yeah, like I cast someone else to play me, and then it was like, wait, but the real funny thing is when you're directing somebody to direct Annie, like, let's just make it, more of an,
Meta.
Well, and also the weird thing about it is that as crazy and just unhinged it all is, there is also a very real grounded thing for anyone who has acted or directed, because in your head, that's kind of shit that's going on when you're on the set or when you're trying to get a job and all that. So there is actually a grounded aspect to it, even though it's insane. So Andy, I want to follow up with you on this because again, as a filmmaker's muse, you kind of get this ability to kind of go, well, I feel like doing this. But you still need to be steered. You still need to be directed. You still need to be as much as someone could do that with you, which we've already learned is near impossible. But talk about working with a director and going and believing in her and going, okay, you want me to do this? I'll do that.
Okay, well, I believe me, I could talk forever on this, for real. I literally was maybe 5 or 6 months like into my whole acting like career, and I thought, like I'm way deep in the back of the background, but in my mind, I got a check. My paycheck comes in. Mm-hmm. It was after tax. It was all the $77. Truth, I made a copy of it because I was so proud of it. It says it's like from an entertainment place. I'm a working actor, okay? So, but yet I knew absolutely nothing. I knew absolutely nothing. I just knew, like, tell me what time, and if you need me to bring a certain outfit, and I'll be there, and then we take it from there. You know what I mean? And that's it. Meeting Sophia, it was like I was willingly, blindly going into it, for real. And she said, she would tell me things, and I would go, look. Like this, there was scenes in there that was real. I was like, I don't understand why we got to drive 3 hours upstate. There's plenty of trees in Queens. Why can't we go somewhere closer? Look at the lines in the thing. Like, I mean, like, what's the story? And I didn't understand it. And I felt like, I'm thinking to myself, this girl's pulling a prank. Like, am I on that TED TV, that Jim Carrey thing? Like, what is going on around here? But I did it. I did it with the braces, with everything, with... They made a water machine. That was my husband laying there in the bed, and my real true husband, he was there. They filmed in my house. We filmed in her house. No matter what she said, I said, like, at first I'd be like, oh God, okay, you know what I mean? But I just went with it, and it has been the most fun ride. I mean, so much fun. And I want to go on. Like, I don't even want to get off this ride. Mm-hmm. This is hysterical. And plus, you know, being yourself, when you can be your true self, and you don't have to dial it back or act a certain kind of fun, a different way or whatever, it's a relief. It's a joy. It's a blessing to me.
Wow.
It really is.
Well, I think you guys have quite a ride to go, which God only knows what it's going to be like. But anyway, the project is Who's Annie? It's an episodic that's been premiering here at SLAMDANCE. We've had with us the director, co-writer, one of the stars of it, Sophia Peer, and Annie herself, the star, Annie Pisapia. It's been great having you both.
Thank you so very much
Thank
for having
you.
us.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. This was fun.
Oh,
this
that
was a lot
was
of
so
fun.
Oh, I'm like crying,
Thank you.
laughing.
Yes.
Thank you.
I can't. Oh,
This
that
was hysterical, though. You guys are fun.
We need
You're
all.
fun.
Yeah.